Hi guys, this is a girl Akriti and I welcome you all to my life and to my channel. Ta-da! Well guys, on today's video we will be talking about my experience of the open day assessment for Emirates Airline. Before we dive into this video, please know that this video is just going to talk about my experience. It does not suggest whatsoever how the recruiters are gonna hire, how are they scoring you, or anything on the lines of giving you a confirmation that you will get hired or rejected. This is totally gonna be talking about my experience. So without further ado, let's get into it. So let's talk about how you reach to the point where you get invited to the open day of Emirates interview. You basically apply on the Emirates airline career website, and they will give you an invitation once your CV is selected, and from that day they will give you an option of if you would like to come for that particular event on that particular date, or they will give you another option if in case you're not able to go on that particular date. They will definitely give you another option of reminding again in next 15 days. So whatever dates are next available, they will send you an invitation for that date. So for me, I selected the date. I remember I went on 21st December and I was so nervous, guys. Like, I was pretty nervous. I have my friends who are into aviation industry. I have had people around me like who are into aviation. They have been guiding me and teaching me on how to perform or behave, or like, you know, be in like check on your open day assessment. So I was pretty nervous. Like, I have been into client servicing industry, however, for me it was the first time experience being interviewed in such a large gathering, so it was definitely making me nervous. So they send you an email with all the information about the venue, the time that you have to be, the documents that you must carry, the attire that you are supposed to wear, your hair, your nails, or whatever, like how it's supposed to be on the assessment day. So I remember that I went in for my assessment day, open day in other words, and I reached there half an hour before the time. It's always suggested to reach your venue before time. So I reached there before time. I went in. There were more candidates, of course. They were so lovely, they were so nice, they were all interacting with one another, we were getting to know one another, and yeah, it was warm. It was quite warm because no one would try to make you feel like you're a stranger, because that's the key about being into a cabin crew position. You have to be warm, welcoming, and be able to interact with other people and be yourself, like be yourself. Next thing, I see the recruiter coming out. They will hand you your ID numbers. For example, they have 1, 2, 3, 4 with however number so on. So they will hand in your reference number, and then you have to place that on your blazer. So throughout the assessment, it's much easier for them to spot you and give you your scores. I mean, I don't know how they score, but yeah, it's easier for them to spot you. So we got that, and then we went inside the auditorium, and then they showed us about the cabin crew position, how it's like to be in Dubai, and few rules and regulations, and they will ask you if you meet the criteria. All these information is also already mentioned on the website. When you are applying for cabin crew position, you should be able to meet all the criteria. So that happened. We got to know a lot about Emirates, and the recruiters were so sweet. Like, they were warm, they were making little jokes, and yeah, they were trying to make us feel not nervous, but you know, like, you know, when you're in that situation, you're gonna be so nervous. So they were really sweet and nice. And next thing, we got into the introduction round. So the introduction round was as such that there are 5 to 6 people in each group, and they have to introduce themselves, and every person has to say a few lines about themselves, and then goes on to the next person. They asked to first introduce your name, to tell the ID number that they have, to tell about the years that they have worked in the client servicing industry, if in case anyone has worked with a hotel or some big company, so to mention about the hotel name or something like that. And then they had to and then they had asked that if you get a chance to travel with a celebrity, which celebrity it's going to be and why. So everybody spoke on it, and once we got done with all the introductions, we were sent out of the hall. We were asked to wait, and that's basically the recruiters, they decide who they want to take into next round and who won't make it. Guys, it's nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie, like it's so nerve-wracking, like it's nerve-wracking. So after 15 minutes we went back inside, and then they instructed how it's going to be. Basically there's a screen. On the screen, whoever ID numbers is there, they have to stay back, and people who don't have, whose number are not mentioned, they have to leave. So oh my god, it was so nerve-wracking. I swear I started crying. Oh my gods. So I saw my number on it, and my number was 16, so I saw it. It was a huge relief. I was feeling something inside my stomach, guys. Like it's so nervous, because the thing is that by any chance, if you don't make it to next round, the waiting period to reapply into Emirates is 6 months. 6 months is literally like half the year you gotta wait to reapply, and you get this one shot to make it or break it. So after that, people, of course, like who number was not there, they left. And then the next round, another group discussion round. They had given us scenario, and we had to discuss the same scenario among our team members, and simultaneously we were also doing the height and the reach test. So in the reach test, you have to be able to reach the bar that they said. I think it's around 212 centimeters, so you should be able to reach there. So while we were doing the group discussion as well, they were going around checking who is like discussing how. I honestly have no idea how they give scores or how they decide on people. I genuinely have no idea on this, but yeah, they were doing their review, and then again we had to go ahead and in a group in front of everybody and speak why did we decide this as a group. And it's basically certain situations that they give you, and then you have to explain why is that as a team you decided, and why you didn't go with other person who are as options on the list. So we as a team, we decided, and each person we had to speak on why yes and why not. Like guys, for me, this is something. I'm confident in talking what I know. I can speak to people, I can address issues, I can understand people. But sometimes, especially when it's open day assessment, like you are being judged, reviewed, interviewed, it slightly gets to me. Like it makes me so nervous. I knew what I had to speak. So when it came my turn, I was speaking, I was getting so nervous. Like after a point when I was saying something, my words were like, oh, like it was shivering slightly, and I knew I'm getting nervous, so I had to like control. Again, every group presented their situation, and then we were again asked to go out of the room while they decide who's gonna be there for the next round or who's gonna leave. Guys, group interview is, I think, in that interview, from what I have been told, like it's like really important, because that's when they're really judging you. Yeah, because I got so nervous while speaking. In my head I thought, oh my god, they're gonna kick me out in the next round. There's no way they're gonna let me go in. And I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I was like freaking out. Like, imagine, like, you know, I'm still breathing because I know how scary it was. So again, after some time they got us back inside the room, and they said whoever number is there on the display have to stay, and whoever is numbers are not there, they have to leave, and they can apply again after 6 months, or they can apply for another positions in Emirates company. Okay, now here we go. So before they put on the screen about the numbers again, like, I was so nervous. Your girl was nervous. She was pretty nervous, like she was about to cry. But my number was there, and I was really glad, I was really happy that I made it to the next round, which is the English test. So for the English test, they sent you a link, and on your phones, or usually it's phone, like people who are carrying tablets or whatever, they can do it on that as well, but phone is much easier. So they will send you a link. You have to open that link, download one application, and yeah, the instructions, whatever they say, you have to follow and give your English test. In that English test, again, it's like a test. If you make it, you go to next round, or you gotta go back home, which is disappointing. English test is pretty easy, but sometimes, you know, if things are not in your favor, you might just mess things up or whatever. So thankfully I passed my English test, and I was asked to change a bit about my hairstyle, because I had a middle partition, and they were going to do photo next, so I had to change my middle partition into side partition, and probably change my blazer, because the blazer that I was wearing was a bit loose, and they prefer a well-fitted blazer. And also my heels, like thankfully I was carrying a lot of extra stuff with me. I had an extra pair of heels with me, because I knew that in photos they are very particular about it. So we did our photos, and then it was the time for next round, which is the final interview, guys. Final interview, I believe the recruiters, they were so sweet, they were so nice. I believe they tried their best for people not to be nervous, or because you know what, nervousness can get you not perform well, even though you know your potential. So they were really nice, they were really understanding, and they were making small jokes around, and yeah, it was fun. Then we went into final interview. In my final interview, of course, the questions that they asked, I answered all of them. They told me that whatever it is, if I'm gonna get hired, if I'm gonna get rejected, they're gonna let me know in either 2 days or 2 weeks time. Because of holidays, it would take much longer. Even that's what the recruiter specified to me. So this is what happened on the assessment day. Coming to the questions that was asked in my final interview for me. I'm sure you guys want to know, because I'm sure if you are preparing for your interview, these are the questions that you would like to also prepare for. So my first question was, have you ever faced a challenge at work and you have to give a situation and explain what you did? Second question was, have you ever gone beyond the expectations of a client, and again give a situation and what you did? Third question was, have you ever helped your colleague and again you have to give a situation and explain your answer. So these were my questions. I did ask the people who were interviewing with me, they were asked different questions, so it's not the same. I believe depending upon your CV, they will ask you the questions, and yeah, on that they will judge. I was pretty happy with the entire day that I at least made it to final round, no matter what the results are going to be. But at least I got an opportunity to reach to the final interview, so I was really happy about that. And my overall experience was that, because it was for me, it was the first time doing an interview in such a huge gathering. We were 45 people, and I think which was boiled down to probably 8 or 10 people. I'm not really sure. I don't remember. My memory of how many people is quite big right now. So, but it was overall a great experience. You get to learn a lot. You get to interact with people from different culture and different industry. You get to learn about their experience. You make friends, and yeah, it was quite a journey of that day. You have to be prepared to spend your entire day there. It's not a 2 hours or 3 hours thing. If you are reaching to the final interview, be sure that you're gonna be spending your entire day, approx 8 hours in there. So make sure you carry your water, make sure you carry some snacks, because you don't want to be hungry and then your brain's not gonna function when it comes to final interview. So make sure you are prepared, make sure you're carrying your stuff, because a lot of girls were also asked to change their hairstyle, probably do some more makeup or do less makeup, like they were giving their feedbacks for the photos. So make sure you're carrying your grooming kit as well. And yeah, like, you have to be confident. That's the key. You have to be able to represent yourself. I was so lucky to have my friends who are into aviation to guide me throughout the process and to know what I shall expect. And some of them, they also helped me build my CV properly based on my experience. So I'm really thankful for having people to teach me and to guide me throughout. But unfortunately, guys, I got a rejection email. I was really hoping to get the golden call, but I did not. So here's to next 6 months. I am waiting for another opportunity, and hopefully in that opportunity I get the golden call. Yeah, it does makes me a little sad, but you never know what's written in your life books. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have questions, mention in the comment box below. I'll try to answer them, or you can DM me on my Instagram. It's mentioned here. Make sure you follow me on my Instagram, on my TikTok account. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Adios.